Alright class, this is going to be a video explaining how to do the 7F exercises. So I've gone to Canvas, I'm on 7F level 2 exercise 1, the one I'm being graded on. I'm going to click on this, which will take me out to dashboard and show me the truth table I need to fill out. Okay, so before I start filling this out, one thing that I'm hopeful about, I think I finally figured out how to allow multiple attempts on these things. I talked to dashboard support, they told me I couldn't do it. I went through a bunch of stuff on here and I think I finally figured out how to do it. So I don't have it set up for the 7F exercises yet, but you should see it showing up for the 7D exercises, and I'll do that for all the ones going forward to change it so that you have 3 attempts rather than just 1 to do it. Alright, so for these 7F exercises, it's not just filling out the truth table and picking the main operator and clicking submit. It's more complicated than that. You're going to fill out both of the truth tables for 2 different kinds of statements and then compare the 2 of them to see if they're logically equivalent. That is, are they true in the exact same number of cases and false in the exact same number, in which case they're logically equivalent if they're true and false in the same cases. And if they're not true and false in the same cases, well then they're logically not equivalent. So I'll show you an example of both here. For this first one, I'm going to start with my claim on the left, just because left to right reading. And the first thing I'm going to do is do the stuff inside of the parentheses. Whenever you have a parentheses case and you've got stuff outside, do the stuff in parentheses first and work your way outside, just like with an order of operations for mathematics. So this is true in this case, true in this case, true in this case, false in this case. It's a disjunction claim. It's true just in case one of the parts is true. Okay. Now what I need to do, because this is a negated statement, I'm going to take each of these truth values and flip them. This is false, 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 true. And this is actually the main operator for this claim. It's a negated OR claim, so the final operator is the negation. So this is the truth table value, basically, for this statement. Now I'm going to go over to this one. And here it's a AND claim, a conjunction, where both of the parts are negated. So all I need to do for this one is just flip these values first, take the negation and apply it to what immediately follows after it because there's no parentheses. And here, do the same thing, just flip this, true, false, true. Okay, so that gives me the negation values, which is what I care about, not just these straight values. And what I'm going to do to get the AND part of this, the main operator part, the middle part, is compare this and this. So this is going to be false because they're both, this is only true when they're both true, so false, false, and then true in this case. All right. And now finally what I'm going to do is I'm going to compare this to this and see if they have the exact same truth values in these cases. So it's false here, false here, false here, true there, false, 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 true. They look exactly the same. Their truth values are same for the cases. So I'm going to say they're logically equivalent. I'm not going to pick not logically equivalent. Submit. It's going to tell me I'm correct. Great. So that's how to do one for a logically equivalent statement. Now I'm going to try to do one quickly for this logically unequivalent statements. So same deal, starting on the left, this is true in this case, false, false, false. All right, over here, I'm going to negate these. Okay, and now I'm going to compare these 2 things to see when this is false, true, true, true. All right, now when I compare these 2 things, they are not the same. Right? This one is false in this case, true in all these. This one's true in that case, false in the others. So that does not work. I'm going to say not logically equivalent. Submit. Correct. Okay. So that's how you do these exercises.